Hello, YouTube. Dark Lord of Sword here. It's done. After 5 years now? 4 years? I don't remember. This thing has been around for a while, but I finally have the guard on it properly. I made this several years ago for a friend of mine who is into cosplay and wanted to cosplay as Genesis Rhapsodos from Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core. The basic design is effectively a longsword with a very complex guard that's almost rapier-like. And it is referred to as a rapier in the material, but quite frankly, that doesn't really work because, as you can see, the blade is not that. And I would almost call it like a fantasy side sword more than anything else. Regardless, has a black leather-wrapped grip, an extended pommel that is contoured to fit a human hand. It is actually quite comfortable. In the game, the blue jewels you see are materia, basically magic items. The whole thing is made of pine with epoxy sculpt for the majority of the hilt, and EVA foam for the guard. Specifically for the basket portion. The knuckle bow is actually a cardboard core with epoxy sculpt wrapped around it. This is one of the more complicated things I've ever made. And I'm still very proud of it, despite being one of my earlier pieces. And the blade is not the smoothest or the neatest. But it still came out quite nicely, I think. Let me rotate this here. As you can see, it is very large, but it is actually somewhat smaller than it would be in the game. Specifically, I scaled the blade down somewhat because my friend is 5 feet tall compared to Genesis's 6 foot height. You can see the design on the extension from the guard on the langit is different on either side. I was not able to find proper images for both sides, so I had to make something up. It is very thick, very hefty. This thing weighs... This is probably one of the heavier pieces I have ever made as well. Please, let me know what you think in the comments below. Like I said, this is the third, I think. Yes, third sword I've made from a piece of popular media, not counting the things I did for Gaijin Goomba and for Live Studio Brian or Tekking. It is this, a copy of Tanjiro Kamado's last Nichiren blade, and the Sword of Damocles from Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Of those, this is easily the most complicated, and I can't wait to hear what people think of it. I've got some more projects coming up in the next few weeks, I think. So please, let me know what you think. Dark Lord out.